Today is Tuesday, May 29th, 2018. I'm Adam Duffy.
And I'm Kara Gutierrez.
On today's show, you will see a video about the type of legacy the seniors will be leaving behind.
Also, you'll see a recap of the Marvel Cinematic Universe pre-Infinity War.
And on the couch will be Danny Montano with the one and only Brian Woods.
Teachers, please open your email for question of the day. The email address is foothilltv404@gmail.com. Foothill Television starts now. Meditate the diplomatic conflict between North Korea and the U.S. They are attempting to get the peace talks back on track. Also in breaking news, the White House has a 25% tariff on $50 billion worth of Chinese goods. Beijing pledges to retaliate to the extensive tariff.
Today's question of the day is, what day is the California primary election held? Hint, it's coming up soon.
Now, the great Dr. Williams has some final words to say to you graduating seniors with dynamic duo Daria Zand and Danny Montano.
Hello, seniors. Hey, 4 years. I know this 4 years have been fantastic at Foothill High School. Foothill High School is such a great school. We have fantastic teachers. You've had the best teachers in the nation. Fantastic school system that we have here, the facilities, the athletics, the programs. You guys have made such a big difference at Foothill High School. In your 4 years, you've accomplished so much, so many awards, so many CIF, so many great academics and activity awards that you guys have participated in. And now we're looking forward to all the things you're going to accomplish. So looking back, it's been fantastic. Looking forward, all the different colleges that you guys have been now enrolled in, the careers that you have set as goals, you're going to make a huge difference out there in the world. You're going to be alumni for Foothill forever. We want you to come back, share your experiences, share your talents. Some of you are going to come back to be teachers at Foothill High School. Some might even come back to be the principal of Foothill High School. So looking forward to all the things that you guys have in front of you. Such a great ride that you've had. Be a great night. Let's finish strong. Look forward to graduation and really celebrating it together. Go Knights!
And now, here's the very wonderful Jessie with our daily weather update.
Hi Foothill, I'm Jessie, your weather anchor for today. Right now it is 66 degrees, there is 0% chance of rain, the humidity is 72%, the wind is 3 miles an hour, and the visibility is 7 miles. And for the rest of the day, we're going to be getting into the high 60s and lower 70s. Now for our 5-day forecast. Currently, you can see for the rest of the week, it's going to be getting hotter, starting with tomorrow, 72, 61, Thursday, 71, 56, Friday, 77, 58, and Saturday, 82, 60. Now back to our anchors.
Now here's a recap of the Marvel Cinematic Universe before Infinity War.
Warning.
This is a summary of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe before Infinity War.
There will be spoilers.
Iron Man. Tony Stark is a billionaire playboy who wants to stop making weapons, so he stops making weapons, but he makes a bigger weapon to make sure that they stop getting made. And also there's this thing called S.H.I.E.L.D., and Samuel L. Jackson comes in, and he's like, hey, Tony Stark, want to be an Avenger?
The Incredible Hulk. Nothing happens. All you need to know is that there's a guy that gets angry and really green.
In Iron Man 2, there's this guy named Rhodes. He's Tony's best friend, and he has an Iron Man suit. He calls himself War Machine. Tony has daddy issues.
Thor. Thor is the god of thunder and has a magical hammer. He also lives in a mystical magical place called Asgard. And he also has an adopted brother named Loki. But he dies, but not really.
Captain America. Steve Rogers is a skinny guy during World War II, and he wants to kill some Nazis. So he's like, okay, I'm going to take some steroids. And he goes to World War II, takes out this organization called Hydra, crashes a ship into the ocean, lands in some ice, comes out in modern day. Samuel L. Jackson shows up, and he's like, hey, want to be an Avenger? Also, Hydra uses this stone called the Tesseract. More on that later.
The Avengers. S.H.I.E.L.D. finds the Tesseract and loses to Loki. They call them the Avengers. Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America to go find it and look for Loki. Also, Loki might be working for Thanos.
Iron Man 3. Tony has PTSD from the events of the Avengers and a terrorist blows up his house, so he kamikazes all his suits on that terrorist and gets a clean slate. Also, Tony's girlfriend Pepper dies, but not really.
Full of Dark World.
This movie's trash!
Loki dies in this movie, but not really, and then we also get introduced to the ether, which is a substance that can disobey the laws of physics. More on that later.
Guardians of the Galaxy. There are a couple Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Groot, and Rocket. Now, all these Guardians need to stop this guy with a purple stone that's called an Infinity Stone. What's an Infinity Stone? There are these things that have been around since pretty much the Big Bang. Now, wait, are you telling me that Tesseract from earlier and that Ether from earlier are also Infinity Stones? Yes.
Avengers Age of Ultron. Tony Stark creates this evil robot named Ultron. We're also introduced in the Maximoff twins. Pietro can run fast and Wanda can use the Force. Pietro dies, and the Avengers find out about these things called Infinity Stones, and they wedge one into this robot Avenger named Vision. Then Hulk disappears because he falls in love with Black Widow.
Captain America Civil War. Captain America and Iron Man have a feud that splits the Avengers in half, and we're introduced to Spider-Man and Black Panther. Captain America finds Bucky, and it turns out he killed Iron Man's parents way back in the day. Also, Captain America's entire team goes to prison, but he busts him out at the end of the movie.
Doctor Strange. Dr. Stephen Strange is this neurosurgeon who suddenly can't use his hands, so he becomes a sorcerer. Now he's a wizard all of a sudden. He also has this thing called the Eye of Agamotto, which has a time stone inside of it.
Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man is a cool guy that you probably know, and Tony Stark offers for him to be an Avenger, and he offers him this super cool Iron Man Spider-Man suit, but Spider-Man says no and he goes home.
Thor Ragnarok. Thor has an eye patch and he also finds the Hulk. We're also introduced to this girl named Valkyrie who knows how to kill people. And then Asgard blows up and it's on a ship bound to Earth and Loki has the Tesseract.
Hello, my name is Jay Schoberg and I'm your sports anchor for today. In Foothill Sports, boys baseball continued their CIF run with a 3-1 win over Great Oaks before the weekend last Friday. Their next game is today against Bishop Amat at 3:15. In the semifinal matchup, Sean Higgins will be starting on the mound, so make sure to go out and support. Good luck today, boys. In college sports, USC qualified 9 individuals and 3 relays to the NCAA Track and Field Championships. Also, UCLA baseball earned the 2nd seed NCAA Minneapolis Regional Tournament. In professional sports, last night the Warriors beat the Rockets in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Houston was up 3-2 in the series, but Golden State had a fiery third quarter in Games 6 and 7, taking the lead for each win. The first NBA Finals game will be Thursday, May 31st at 6 p.m. in Oakland. The Angels lost 9-3 to the Detroit Tigers yesterday. They play the Tigers again today at 4:10 p.m. The Dodgers beat the Philadelphia Phillies 5-4 yesterday and play the Phillies again today at 7:10 p.m. Also in professional sports, the LA Galaxy beat the San Jose 1-10 last Friday, and they play FC Dallas tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Now to Danny Montana with Brian Woods live on the couch.
Hello, my Foothill friends. Welcome back to another edition of the live guest interview segment. And for the last time this year, I'm your host, Danny Montano, and today I have Foothill legend, alumni, live guest interview lore himself, Brian Woods. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing great, Danny.
Brian, you look phenomenal. I love the beard, man.
Thanks.
You're looking very thick.
Yeah, thanks, dude. This could be my last show ever. We're running out of people to care about.
That's true. I'm not gonna lie.
Only way I return is if the freshmen watching this are like, that guy on that one show was amazing. I need more.
That's right, because the freshmen don't know you, so you gotta wow them.
Yeah, I gotta really knock this one out.
You gotta knock this one out. Your break time. Now, Brian, you just came off a phenomenal freshman year. You know, good interviews at Mizzou. I'm sure your grades are phenomenal.
They're not.
They're not. That's okay. Grades are.
And all the stuff camera though.
Good.
Above par.
For sure. Yeah. That's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now, how do you stop yourself from going into a sophomore slump and just keep going higher on the roller coaster of life?
You just gotta do what you need to do. I would call this my sophomore slump. This was the dark middle chapter of my college career. Mm-hmm. Next year I'm gonna knock it out of the park.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Now, speaking of college, you go to Mizzou, which is in Missouri, and so there's a lot of seniors that on Thursday, they're going to college. What kind of advice would you give to them as a college student yourself?
Be yourself, mostly. All of high school, I had friends, but no one that I really had similar interests with. But in college, I just found them. I didn't go to any parties or anything, they were just there. Probably won't be that easy for everyone, but you'll find people that you'll get along with.
And are you in a frat? What's frat life like?
I'm not.
You're not in a frat?
That's okay. It's probably better not to be in a frat, right?
I don't know. From the people on my floor seem to enjoy it.
Yeah?
When they, yeah.
Sure. I'm sure you have a lot of like college stories that like you tell like just when you're hanging out.
My PS4 got stolen. That's pretty epic.
Brian, don't take this the wrong way, but do you play Fortnite?
Not really.
You don't?
No.
I know you're like a big video game guy, so I just want to know your opinion on that.
It's alright, not really my thing.
It's not your thing?
Yeah.
It's alright.
Well, they're telling me to wrap it up, so it looks like we're out of time, Brian.
Right.
You have been so good today.
Hold on. Every time closing word. Freshman, it gets better. I hated my life too. But you know, maybe I used to just go home and sleep all the time because I hated being awake. But you'll find people that care about you, and it'll get better.
Foothill has been a pleasure. Chase greatness. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Danny. Now in world news, the private search for flight MH370 formally ended yesterday after the inconceivable mystery remained unsolvable.
In local news, authorities arrested a 55-year-old man in Newport Beach on suspicion of robbing a bank. It took authorities less than a day to identify the man in security footage and arrest him. Also in local news, the Los Alamitos Joint Forces Training Base held a special ceremony yesterday for 250 soldiers before their deployment overseas in Jordan for 1 year.
Now here are 3 things to know. The closest point to Africa in the United States is Quoddy Head State Park, Maine. License plates in Canada's Northwest Territories are shaped like polar bears, and apples sold at U.S. stores can be up to a year old.
Battle of the Bands concert in the Quad Edition is Friday, June 1st, starting at 3 p.m. Items such as accessorized bass guitar and accessorized keyboard. Tickets for the raffle can be bought in the Quad for $10 each at lunch. There will be food and the feature of an old school funk band, TFTBO. Irvine Valley College is putting on free Young Entrepreneurship Summer Workshops for high school students, June 25th to the 29th from 2:30 to 4 p.m. Learn how to become an entrepreneur. The deadline to sign up is June 18th.
Knights, please remember that the front office does not accept food delivery to you from the various food delivery companies. All other food deliveries besides those arranged with parents will be turned away. Happy birthday to seniors Adrian Bolt and Jonathan Cabral. The answer to the question of the day is June 5th, and the winner is to be announced. And now time for care card drawings.
Woo!
Alright. Want to go for it first?
Okay, so for the JanSport backpack,
Alright, for the $50 Chipotle gift card.
Gardena Calixtio in Miss Bennett's class. Hand it out, $50 gift card. This is the big guy. Gina Williams in Miss Spangler's class.
Alright, and last but not least, the Hydro class. We got Scott McNutt, in Miss Dale's class.
Yay! Awesome. Now wrapping up, today's quote of the day is, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong."
Thank you for watching the show today. I'm Adam Duffy.
And for the last time, I'm Kara Gutierrez.
Have a tubular Tuesday, Foothill.